You already started, no?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do an official scrub. Can we get it? We're doing it live.
We're doing it live!
So
No,
Hey guys, I heard we're doing it live.
we're doing
yeah,
it
we are.
live, baby.
You got that right?
So we are sitting here with the women. Some of them. Some will be here later, including Fitzbaldi. He's the woman. We got Cav to my left up here with his lady. Introduce yourself.
Me? Larissa.
This is Larissa. And then we got Scrub, which you all know, and Ashley, who some of you have met. And then down to here we got Gravy, which he's a woman. And
This woman
Thick
is
Baldy, he's a woman also. But this podcast is going to be about what it's like to be with men like us. And we're going to have them speak a little bit and air some of their frustrations because
Oh man,
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that
that
know what it's like to be on the other end of this. And we just see it from our perspective. So, ladies, welcome. I don't even know where to start with this.
I feel like the most like interesting question is how do like they handle
That his girlfriend?
the long hours. Oh look, it's his.
Is this his wife?
He's got his wife. Yeah, just post it next to your
does that say
face.
wife on it?
So, Larissa,
Stick
what's it like
wife.
being with somebody like him? He doesn't necessarily, he's not 100% comp, but he's got his own little type of gaming business going on from his own home. He's just kind of, he's getting involved with us and stuff. What's it like being with him and being neglected?
Where are we talking
I don't
about?
know. You get kind of used to it after a while. I guess when you see the kind of like the growth from like nothing to something, it kind of like it means more as opposed to like just doing nothing. I'd rather you do something than do nothing. So like even if it is like there was like times when I was the one who was like working all the time and like the roles were switched. Like I wasn't working and then he was, and then it was like he really wanted to focus on streaming, and it was like kind of like confliction. So it's like no, so it's like sometimes it's like a real confliction, and you don't really know what to do. And it's been since we've been close since high school, so like there has been arguments almost every day about it. So there's never a time when we don't like don't argue about it. So it is sometimes it is very conflicting. It is.
Ashley?
It's understandable.
I know enough of your story, but why don't you guys talk about it a little bit?
Like, I
So-
agree with most of what she said, to be completely honest. Like right now, I've been working for the past year. He's been working on and off, and I think, like, I've kind of accepted it more that he's, like, stepping back a little bit, so he's not as, like, busy. He gets to, like, pay attention to me, and, like,
Oh, you're talking about when I quit playing comp.
Well, for
Yeah.
people that don't know that are going to watch this, Scrub used to be were you the team leader?
Basically second in command.
He was second in command for our Rainbow Six comp team, and then he didn't want to play anymore, and we asked him to step up as the manager because it would require a lot less of his time, and the big reason was his relationship. He wanted this relationship not to take as big of a hit, even though it's going to regardless because we're gamers. It is what we are.
Love
But
you.
he made the point that he can't play competitive because it requires too much time, and he needs to focus on his relationship.
yeah,
That-
because it's like
yeah,
I
of
would come
course.
over and it's like I come over to spend time with you and like do things. But if you're gonna be like playing video games and can't step away from the computer, what's the point of me coming over? Like I only have so much time off of work, usually just weekends. So it's kind of like, what's the point of wasting my gas?
If I can add, like I think there was a time too when I didn't know, like when I mean I'm still young, but when I was like 18, I'm like fresh out of high school, and I was like, okay, like like the military didn't work out for me, so I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, like officially now. I'm not gonna focus on anything else. It was a lot harder, you know, being young and being in like a fully committed relationship, and not having my mom here at the time. So it was a lot harder because in my head I was like, okay, I don't have to do nothing but play and make money. So it was like all I was just doing was just sitting here all day playing, screaming, and because I play competitive now, but it's not as heavy because I mean Fortnite's kind of like in this dry stage, but
like
it was, when Fortnite was like fresh in its prime, I was playing tournaments almost every single day. I was, doing all this and that, talking to 10,000 people, staying up to like 5 in the morning, and then, going to sleep. And then, it was like it was hard because I really didn't know how to manage my time. And I felt like, there was a point in time where I kind of quit because I didn't know how to just step back for a second. All I knew was just drop it completely. So it gets, I don't know, especially for me, because I mean, probably Scrub can probably relate. There's a lot of pressure because what you're doing, you feel like it's becoming a negative thing. Like you feel like all the time you're putting into it becomes this, like, oh my God, why do people hate on me? I'm just trying to do what I want to do. I just want to, I'm trying to lay this foundation out. So, later on, like in maybe 5, 10 years, this blows up and I'm set, and it's hard for the women, especially to understand it. Cause I mean, like, they don't spend the time, they don't speak to who we speak to. They don't they don't know what we're playing for essentially. They know we're playing video games, but they don't know like, okay, this one tournament I'm playing in today can set me up for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
This one player that I'm playing with right now can set me up for the next like 5 years, and like connection wise. So it does get hard, on both sides. It's like it can be seen as neglectful, and then for us, there's a lot of pressure because it's like, damn, all we're trying to do is, play video games. We're trying to, and we're not playing just to have fun. We're playing because we're trying to make this a full-time job.
I'll speak on something that Amanda, she's upstairs sleeping, but so
Oh.
I'm 33 now, right? I have a 10-year-old daughter.
Fuck
I'm
you, Grandpa.
divorced, and my ex-wife saw it go from just playing video games to right before what it is now.
Hmm.
My girlfriend came in when we weren't playing huge in video games. We would just get together and play some over the past couple of years. But then it
Mhm.
became this. So she went from
Yeah.
having me every night, not staying up late. I'm an adult, I'm a grown man, so I would play when I got home from work, neglect my
For
daughter
like
for
an
an
hour or
hour.
two, and then
Yeah, then make some dinner, and then maybe get on an hour before bed or whatever. To I sat here all fucking day in meetings. All day today. I didn't like I stopped for 2 hours to watch Frozen 2 with them. They sat there and watched Disney movies together all day, and I wasn't
If
there
I
with them
wasn't
at
busy, I
all.
would have joined you.
I wasn't there at all. So I mean, part of it was that I didn't want to fucking talk to either of them because I've been fucking brawling with both of them lately. But she goes from having me every day to now we started a legit business, and it requires a lot more of my time. And this is kind of a test run on what's going to happen when I'm able to start doing my construction business. So she is very upset that I don't come to bed some nights, and I'm not living in my mom and dad's home, so I have my own home and my office is downstairs.
You get it?
And obviously, it's not like she could just fall asleep next to me while I'm playing games unless she
Mhm.
wants to lay on the couch.
Oh.
So I wish she could speak and talk shit, because she would be pretty fucking blunt. But as an adult with a family, it takes on a different different tone with my kid. Thank God my kid likes playing video games, so she kind of understands it. And maybe as she gets older, I'll let her be involved. She's hyped. My girlfriend doesn't give a shit about it. She's like, "Oh, you're starting a business? Great. Are you coming to bed tonight? No? Fuck you then." My daughter's like, "I'm never taking off." She went to bed when I bought her Bird Sharks hoodie. She went
Mhm.
to bed in it for a week. Like she's trying to sell the website to her kids in the kids in her class,
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
it's
dope,
awesome. I
though.
love it. I would take her to the lands if the last one wasn't so sketchy with the virus and shit.
We were supposed to meet at that one, man.
If the
So
virus
sad.
wasn't there, she would have came with me and we would have hung
Look at
out.
those legs.
Yeah, he's got some
Look at
sexy
those
legs.
So my mom's here, and I just told her it would be dope if she give her input because
Yeah, she's a
you know
part
bef-
of it.
I was like I mean she can attest. I was like 15, 16, and you can too. Like, so I used to go to high school about 15 minutes away, walking from my house. So there was days where I would literally like leave, like kind of skip like the last 20 minutes of class to run. This is before Fortnite. This is when I was doing competitive Call of Duty. So it was way more like I had to run home and
Get home
get
in
on
time.
to scrim and practice and do these 8 mans. and I was coming home, and my mom, she would be like, are you, she would text me at 3:30, and she'd be like, did you leave school? And I'm like, I'm home. She's like, what? Like, you just, how?
Shoulda
School
lied
just
to her.
ended. I was like, yo, I just ran home, but I was skipping the last 20 minutes of class. Just, I'll be like, can I go to the bathroom? And then I would just not come back and just kind of rush home to go play video games.
Where's your
And,
girl at, Shady?
She's here, but she didn't do her hair and makeup, so she's hiding.
Then just tell her to sit
Hey,
off camera.
Shady
None of us
busted
did our
my
hair
mom-
and makeup.
Oh.
They can't see you. At least they can see your hand. If you sit there, they can see your hand.
JD, you got a beautiful
They
mustache.
can't even hear you though.
I
She
love
said something isn't on right now. That she needs on.
Oh,
Yo,
come
I just got
on.
this peanut butter whiskey. It is not bad.
Peanut
Is it
butter.
Screwball?
Fucking peanut butter whiskey. Why don't
That
you
sounds
just drink
gross.
fucking regular ass
it.
whiskey?
Vanilla whiskey's
Dude,
good too.
It's good. I saw it and I said, "Fuck it."
Fuck it.
So get your girl, have her sit off camera. I've talked to everybody else in the comments, so come on.
Oh.
But it'll be okay.
Just
You have tattoos as well. That'll be
So
dope.
do
They
I.
can see the tattoos.
I got tattoos. We can compare tattoos.
There
I
you,
mean,
there you go.
everyone will
Your
still
mom's
be on, like,
badass.
an hour.
In my
Yo,
eyes, your mom's
listen, I
badass.
just got like these baby tattoos. All right, you
Why
can't
would you
even
get them on
see
your
what I
knuckles?
got.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Why are we
What do
putting
you
them
mean?
on your
baby?
knuckles?
I
and
was,
nowhere
I
else?
wasn't. Yo,
I can
was.
see her. I can see her. Get her ass in here.
Me?
No, it's Shady's wife.
She's
Mrs.
hiding.
Rooster.
Yeah, I
Mrs.
have
Rooster.
Rooster.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 hand tattoos, all on my left hand.
I should backhand
Why?
you.
But listen, it was done by the one and only. Okay,
Who's the one and only?
my mom's.
Oh, your mom
Shout
does
out
tattoos?
Yes.
Oh, that's badass. That makes her
His
even
mom's
more
a tattoo
badass.
artist.
Oh, there
Yeah,
she
look,
is.
I have here. I have you can't see it, a semicolon, an arrow, 3 dots, and then a word that's like fading
Does
super
your mom want to
badly.
give me some tattoos? Is it like, is she a legit tattoo artist?
Yes.
Like she works in a shop?
Yes.
That's fucking dope.
We talked about this the
Okay.
other day.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
Me, Richard, and Jay
Sure,
all talked about
Ryan?
this the other day.
What?
Say it again.
What's up?
I can barely hear her.
She used to tattoo in a shop, and she's licensed.
Ryan's like, I mean, I might pay her.
I got this Donald Trump check.
Now she just manages a tattoo shop.
I got the Trump check, huh?
Where she manage a shop?
Damn it, I
Brooklyn?
should have
Manhattan?
saved my Trump check for a tattoo.
Studio 28.
I'm gonna have to do some research.
I could have done that.
Me and my
first.
girl are both.
I wanted that for it.
She's got more tattoos than me just because she has more taste than I do for different things.
If
More
it was up to me,
creative.
I would have like I would have a sleeve. I would have something behind my ear right now. I would have the whole 9 yards.
Don't do that shit. Not yet, at least. Wait until you're older and you have more all over the place to get
Shut up,
shit
Dad.
above here.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Dad. I want to do my own thing, Dick.
That's just my
Yeah,
own
my-
personal opinion. I mean, your mother's a tattoo artist, so I mean, like, I don't
Yeah,
really have.
she
It's a
said
different.
she would
home.
never tattoo anything above my neck
That's what I'm saying. Wait until you're
or
covered.
above my above,
When people come out like
Ugh.
and they're like 17 and they got fucking. I'm like, what is how? Where do you have this money, this fucking time? Like, what parents let you fucking get some shit above your eyebrow like
Wait, what?
off the bat? Not him. I'm saying like all these kids that are coming out as rappers
like
at
mainly
18
artists,
years
like
old.
rap artists.
Yeah, but like, I'm like, where the like I sat and I've got like 100 hours of tattoos on one arm and thousands of dollars and like, where the fuck do you have this time? You know?
To sit down and just like, all right, dude, I'm gonna get a nice big right above my left.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Like
the
a
alcohol.
6-hour
It's not
session is a long. I mean, that's the short end of a long session, but
not
that's
good.
still a long session.
scared.
That's pretty badass, though. I like your mom even more now. I don't want
you
you
go.
on the podcast. I want your mom on the podcast.
We have
Yeah,
Shady, you're muted.
she's camera shy. She is camera shy.
Yeah, you talk to Mrs. Rooster. Yeah,
So,
still muted.
Shady, I got questions for your woman.
All right, she's ready. Hang on.
She did.
Oh, yeah,
it.
if you have
She
questions
did
from
it.
her mom,
Paging Mrs. Rooster.
if you have questions from her mom, please ask her
That's a
before she
rooster.
like leaves the room.
Oh yeah.
I know what she went through because I was a little punk ass kid too, sneaking downstairs to play Nintendo when I was fucking like 6. My parents finding me at 2 in the morning, like, what the fuck are you doing? Having to
That's
take it and just throw it the fuck out because they were never gonna stop me.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
sneak into my brother's room and play GTA 3 on his PlayStation when I was like 5.
My dad my dad like never let me play GTA alone.
They never
Even with
stopped
him,
me from playing anything. They just didn't want me to
never.
play video
So
games.
so
My
what would
parents
happen?
said 30 minutes was my limit on GTA. 30 minutes.
Did
I
I
could
ever
run
have a
over all the
limit to play video
prostitutes
games?
I want.
What about when we used to live in Queens and I used to play Halo all day?
Halo's fire though.
Oh yeah, I used to go hard at Halo. Oof, woo, I have like,
Halo's fire.
oh man, I went to a lot of Halo, like Microsoft, the pop-up shops. I went to the Halo 5 grand opening in New York, or I mean here in like Midtown, and I met the devs, and I think my mom took it away from me, and then she ended up losing the game case. But I was the first person to get my game signed and the first person to get my poster signed and everything. They
That's
literally said
dedication.
#1 on the case,
That's
like literally,
dedication,
and
man.
like I was like I looked
I
for
do
it
have
for
some
so long.
questions for her. Can she get close to the mic right now so I can hear her?
I
Mom.
just
Stop
want
right
to
there
say
'cause
I
they're gonna
have
see
been
you.
trying to convince Richard.
What is it
buy
like
into
having a
Halo,
kid?
Wait, you're trying to get Richard to do what? Sorry.
to buy into Halo.
We will. We
He
will.
should.
We
Dude, I'll
will.
be
We just
so.
gotta
I
find
can
the right
help.
people.
I've
I
been
can
That
help.
would
Oh
be
my god, I
Alright,
can help.
trying.
hold on. I want to ask this question. What is it like? Because I'm sure from at a certain point you saw it as just a waste of time playing video games. It was just games. What is it like as a parent seeing the dedication and not that he makes tons of money on it, but the potential of a future in it? Going from him being a little punk kid, leaving school early, to now being an adult where you're like, okay, I can't really stop you from doing what you want to do as long as you're doing everything you need to do, but seeing what it's becoming at least and seeing the potential.
I never thought it was a waste of time. I was actually a gamer before I had him. And so when he started getting into games, I thought that I wanted to push him farther. So I wanted him to get really heavy into gaming. I wanted him to be like a coder or reviewer or a professional gamer. So every single time he wanted something game related, I went ahead and I got it for him. I've been an artist since I was 4. So I've always supported anything that had to do with the arts, period. He had green hair at 5 because I dyed his hair, so I was never a normal mom.
Sounds like it.
I don't think I'll ever be that.
This-
So I've always supported him. The only thing
I
I've always
bet.
gotten pissed off about was just that he is a little lazy with it. So I go hard with everything I do, so I would want him to go harder. And sometimes he gets frustrated because he thinks I'm pushing him, but I'm only pushing him as much as I push myself.
What do you think? Do you mind me asking how old you are?
38.
Okay. Oh wow, you had him young. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm 33. So so you grew up like I did. You grew up without it being online and all that stuff and just really enjoying it and not really having the industry of it now. What's it like seeing that now? Seeing what it's become and what it's becoming and literally right now it is the only sports. It
For
is.
me, I think it's dope. I actually got into it a little bit, not as far as the gaming, but like doing the art stuff. Like I've drawn for CDN, I've gone to PAX East and stuff like that. I wanted him to. I honestly want to get him as many connections as he possibly can, but he is just kind of like a little turtle getting there. So like I don't know the ins and outs of it because my world is the tattoo world and I'm an illustrator. So for me to kind of get those connections for him in this type of world, even though everything is all art, at the end of the day, I don't know how to. I don't know those ins and outs.
You don't. You just gotta support it.
Yeah, so, but other than that, I'm still an original Super Nintendo chick.
That's
I
my
love
girl.
Mario, Donkey Kong, all that shit. That was my day.
Yeah,
And,
I used to run
I
downstairs
played
and sneak
it all the time.
downstairs at 2 in the morning to play Duck Hunt.
Yo, I love that cut. I remember Atari. I used to kill it in Atari.
My cousin had Atari.
Yeah, actually, my sister still has Atari.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I used to play with him all the time, but he didn't like the games I like to play. So.
I never thought we would be what we are now 10 years ago when we all started. It's pretty weird.
Sorry.
The
Disgusting.
honestly, it was so I always say it. The first time I ever like kind of told her like about a tournament, it was for New Jersey. Remember? It was for NJ Rod. and RIP to his house, but I told her, I'm like, yo, this was Advanced Warfare, and I was on MLG 60. I had the #1 team for GBs. Me and my team were all like, if you know what this is, probably Scrub. I was like a 5K, and all my teammates were like 10 3K. So we were really up there. And I used to do scrims with all like the local like New York kids, all the local teams. They were like, yo, come to LAN, and I didn't even know really what it was too much at the time, because I used to watch competitive Halo and not competitive COD. So I was telling her like, yo, can I go to this LAN tournament to compete? And my teammates were my friends from high school, and we were in the same friend group. I still remember them I don't talk to them, but I mean I still remember my teammates' names. And and she didn't let me go because my grades were like shit. Like
That's a good
my
mom.
grades were literal shit, and I got so mad
She love
because
you, but she don't fuck
they
around.
they told me, they were like they were gonna go, and I was like, I mean I couldn't stop them, and they picked up a sub and they won. So
Look, you
I
could have
was
been
like,
blown up
I was
now.
so pissed
Did you
off
forget your
because I
fucking
was
grades
on
back
Twitter
up?
trying to, huh?
Did you get your grades back up?
After that, yo, I was
And
like,
you learned
I
your
had my
fucking
teachers
lesson.
talk to her. I had everybody talk to her. It got to the point where my teachers were letting me leave early to go home and practice because me and two of my teammates were in the same class. So we would all literally leave, and they
That's pretty
lived an
cool.
hour away from school. So I was always the first one home, always.
That's
I
pretty
used to
cool.
literally run so I used to time it. I got out at 3:30, but if I left my school at 2:45 to get to the train by 3 o'clock, I could catch the train home at that time. So I would leave literally like almost an hour early from school to get to the train to catch it as it got there to go home and play and be on.
That's pretty cool. Now,
And
Shady,
then
unmute yourself.
What's up?
I want you and your wife to introduce yourselves.
You and Mrs.
Um,
Rooster.
She's doing her hair real quick.
Okay, then we'll introduce her when she comes back. Thank you
Bye,
for
Mom.
coming. We'll do this again. It was a blast.
I
When
love you.
quarantine lifts, we'll do some fun stuff where you'll join as well. I'll host a PDHM barbecue, and everybody on the East Coast can come to New Jersey.
that's what they were talking about too, because they live in Jersey.
I worked for the MTA for 10 years, so I know enough about the city.
I don't take the train. But
No, I worked for the Bridges and Tunnels. Good, so you don't hate me. Actually, you probably do because you pay a lot to go over them things. That's nice. That's cool. Your mom's badass, bro.
Is there?
I forget that like parents could be cool. I'm the other way, dude. My daughter's like I was. She's addicted to this shit to the point where she won't get up and do anything she's supposed to do. So she has her chores. She's supposed to do dishes, garbages. She does bathrooms once a week. And she'll sit there and not get up. And I have to take it away. I have to say, no more Fortnite. That's it. Enough. You're not playing Fortnite until I
She's on
decide you can
Fortnite,
again.
Bro.
She
Yo,
likes it, but she
try
gets
it.
on with her friends and she forgets about the world, which I get. I do too. But I, at some point, will say, I have to do shit before everybody gets pissed at me.
How do you feel about that one kid that was trying to play under us that was literally your daughter's age?
I'm open to it, man. I really am.
That was wild, dude.
I'm open to it. Like my brother's stepson. They're not married, but it's his stepson. He's better than me. So I mean, like if he improved enough, I would be open to the discussion of saying some things. It's come from a different generation where it was looked down upon. It wasn't as cool for my parents to say, oh, go, like I learned to just play video games till 3 in the afternoon, then go out and hang out with my friends. So I kept busy. I still mowed the lawn. I still took out the garbage, but my parents fucking hated it. They did not like the fact that I played video games. They wanted me to go out and be a kid, but not get in trouble. It's like how they had a lot of very conflicting messages. We want you to be this good, nerdy kid, but it's not in my genetics. It's not in my genetics. My dad's a fucking hoodlum from the projects in Brooklyn when he grew up, back when the projects were middle-class families, and threw fucking cats off of roofs tied to handkerchiefs and shit like that, like to see if they would float down, and expected me not to be like that. They all lived, but he expected me not to be like him. And then he was like, I want you to be this nerdy kid. And when I wasn't, and
Wait, does she have blue hair?
I just think it's more or less like
It looked blue for a second.
when you know you.
No, it's not. Never mind.
there's Mrs. Rooster. She's got a nice beanie on. Look at that.
Can
supporting the stream.
you guys hear her?
Hey,
Yeah, if we all shut up.
No, like what you were saying, like I think it's more or less like when people have seen you fail before, it's like they kind of don't want you to go down that same path that they've been through. So like especially when it comes to like streaming, like it's common to see people like try so hard and then like fail right at the top of where they are. And so like especially being so young, like it gets so frustrating like balancing like school, like I said, like I knew him since he was in high school, and like we were in, I don't know who put us in the same class, but like we were in the same class for like 2 years, which was like probably the worst thing that ever happened because like he's balancing this and I'm balancing this, and then like relationship, and then like coming home and doing this and everything, and it gets like sometimes it does get overwhelming, and there's a time when you're just like I probably don't want to do this anymore, and like seeing that you're kind of not supposed to go down that road, so like when you can, you just kind of like avoid it, but that's the easy, like he said, like that's the easiest road to go down is just to like quit when
Walk
you
away
can.
from it. Yeah.
So yeah.
It was hard because in high school, I came into high school being very overweight. I don't look like it, but I used to weigh close to 300 pounds. I'm not even joking. Yes, it
How
was
tall are
bad.
you?
I got into high school, I was 5'6". I'm 5'10" right now. So I mean, I didn't really grow much, but I mean, I was
That's still
short
a
compared
lot
to
of
all my
weight.
friends. All my friends were like playing basketball, and they were like 6 feet and all that stuff, and they were so much more taller and more fitted, and I was like this fat short kid who just played video games. So it was really tough because there was a time where like I was like, wow, I really don't do shit but go home and play Call of Duty all day long. So I gave it up for a long time, and I have two sides of my family, my mom and then my dad. My dad's side of the family is heavily military. Like everybody in his side is military. So when I would go to his house, I would probably touch his PlayStation about half an hour the entire, week I was
Probably
there.
good for you though, to a certain
It,
extent.
it was it, it was like now, like I think about it now, it was great because when I was over there, he was just kind of getting out. He got out the military. The more and more I started going over there, and I used to do nothing but I mean, if he I'm from the Bronx. We do block parties. We do those. We close the block off and do football. So I was playing football, and I wasn't sports heavy when I was younger. And then I kind of just like branched away from video games altogether until probably like my senior year of high school when I got back into it. But in that short period of time, I used to think video games were toxic because I sat down, I gained weight, I didn't do nothing, and then I started doing a bunch of other shit. But it was, I didn't, again, like I said earlier, I didn't know how to balance my time. So the only thing I knew was good was just to quit it altogether and just stop playing. Like I used to play on I had a monitor and then I sold it and then I got a TV. I didn't even have a monitor, scuff controller. I literally sold everything, threw everything away, and I just quit for about a year and a half.
You guys ready down there? Shady? You're still muted.
Yeah, I
You,
know.
you guys ready?
Yeah, this mic's
Introduce
super
yourselves.
sensitive.
This is the infamous Mrs. Rooster who we've always seen walking around in the background.
We always see in the
Yeah.
background in the street.
Mrs.
Hello.
Rooster. What's your name?
Um, AKA Shady Rooster. This is.
My name is Jara.
Jayla. So Jayla, what's it like being with
Just say Jay.
Jay, whatever. Well, we have a Jay up there, but he's Cav. But so I asked them what it's like. You have a different aspect because your relationship involves time away from each other at certain times and stuff like that, and weird work schedules sometimes. But what is it like when now he comes home from work and he's playing video games all the time and streaming and he's getting involved in this, so now he has a reason to be doing it rather than just be playing and having fun. What's it like for you?
That's the difference. That's the difference. At first, it was annoying, and I couldn't understand why he was on the game so long. But now that I don't know, I just grew to like it because he's so invested in it, I guess. So now it's not and it doesn't bother me anymore. But I used to get on him about being on the game all the damn time.
You cuss.
Oh, I can cuss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can curse all you want.
Oh yeah, it was fucking annoying.
Yeah, we're not PC. You're good.
Let me shut this door.
You could smack him in the face if you feel like it. Like do whatever you want.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the other day. Carly was mad at Kano.
Oh my
I
God,
heard
this-
about this.
Joking.
I was playing
and he
with
went
Shady when this
downstairs
happened.
And pimp slapped her. And then she comes onto his mic and
What the fuck did you say?
Yeah, we're playing with all guys, and all of a sudden I hear Dalton. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I was like, who the fuck is talking to me right now? I hear Kano start laughing. And she's like, you told him to bitch slap me? I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I would never have a man bitch slap you. I don't call women bitches. I said pimp slap. It's different. There's respect with that.
And,
He's not trying to hurt you. He's trying to do it with respect.
Exactly.
I'm trying to respectfully pimp slap you.
yeah,
Okay?
deep down,
Understand?
we're all just little fucking children.
There's benefits to a pimp slap. A bitch slap is fucked up.
You
but
get
a
money
pimp
after
slap
the
is
pimp
like-
slap.
A bitch slap is like a full open hand on your cheek. Like that. That's okay. That's like we're gonna have to step outside for a few minutes. But a pimp slap is like,
Where's my money?
yeah, like
I'm
you
gonna
be
give you the
alright.
real thing if you don't give me my money.
I'm gonna give you all 4 knuckles if you don't play with me.
So what we all talked about, what we've been arguing about, as far as this side of the world is concerned. What have you guys been arguing about over this side of the world?
Who, us or Shady?
No, we all kind of gave our grievances a little bit. Mr. and Mrs. Rooster.
Wait, what do you mean argument?
Like, I mean, like, for me, it's different than you guys. You guys play, you have your own little pieces of the business, but I literally sat here all day while Amanda and my daughter sat on the couch watching Disney movies, and I worked in meetings all day long. So our arguments are about not getting any time, even though we're all in the same house all the time. And not coming to bed because she doesn't sleep well.
So our typical arguments are mostly about doing things as a family more often. Right now with the quarantine, it sucks, and like we understand we really can't do anything. And then I have a 30-mile radius, so I really can't go anywhere and do stuff. Because if I get caught outside that radius, I'll lose my rank. So.
Oh, you're the military?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm in the army. So I mean, and then we have the arguments of like, you know, do the dishes.
No, our main argument is walking fucking Lily.
Oh yeah, walking the dog.
Because you're too busy playing video games, you don't get up and you forget about it for an hour.
No, because I have to walk down 48 steps just to get
counted?
to the...
Listen, we live on the 3rd floor, right? Most people would say, yeah, you just have to go up 3 flights of stairs. This woman knows how many
No,
steps
it's
it is.
48 steps.
These
Like,
black
I
women,
have
bro,
to,
from
like,
what I hear, they do that type of shit. They make sure they analyze their argument before they argue. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to count these steps. I'm going to go in there with the exact number. I'm going to say the dog
Like, yo,
took
listen, it's
30
40.
Dog
Literally,
took
like,
13
they
minutes
run
and
living
25 seconds to take a shit, and it was 27 and a half degrees out. And I had to walk him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
know.
usually take turns, but it's never really an argument. It's always fun, you know.
Like I said, you guys have a little bit of a different dynamic because you've been through different types of living situations. When he was away, now he's home. You're more grateful now, I would assume, because you actually have him here. You're not as scared and stuff. Also, even if he wasn't in a war zone, it's still not having him there. You don't
Are
know what
you-
he's doing.
Shit, are you active duty or you reserves?
I'm active duty.
Oh,
Him
okay, man.
and
God
Kano,
bless.
who are in here, who was the one you saw before, are actually good friends
Bald
from high
fuck.
school, and they're both both stationed at the same base, right?
Yep.
They're both are happen to be lucky enough, which
Okay.
means the wives know each other. They have some luck that a lot of people don't have.
The bald fuck.
Yeah,
It
the
was
bald
kind of
fuck.
planned because he and I secretly talked about where we were gonna go next.
Oh, wow.
And
Wait, you get to pick?
I saw
Yeah.
coming here as a benefit because my wife's cousin here is stationed here. Well, she's not, her husband is, but that didn't really pan out. And then Kano and I, we hang out more now, but at first we didn't hang out a lot because we're in different brigades, so his deployment rotation's different from mine. So, but now we're both back and don't have a deployment coming up, so we've been able to hang out. His wife and my wife, they've gone out a couple times. My wife is teaching his wife how to be like normal.
Like normal?
Normal military spouse, normal?
What do you
Like
mean normal?
normal
Is it
human
not
being
spend all of his
normal.
money?
Kano's gonna cuss you out
She's
for saying that shit.
no, he's not. Carly's like silly and goofy.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah, and Jair like shows her like how to use that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because
I'm not saying shit. I'm not in it.
JR's not
I'm
going to talk
saying
about.
it.
So I was in kindergarten still.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 5 years in May.
How long have you guys been together though?
6.
6.
Almost 7.
Almost 7.
How old are you
shit.
now?
I'm 25.
Oh, so you right around high school.
Wow.
No, I'm not asking you.
That's
You don't have to
crazy.
answer.
Excuse me.
So right after high school, when you were
You
still
said
kids.
That's
I'm
crazy.
28. I'm not scared. I'm 28.
28.
I know I may not look it, but I'm 28.
You look like a little baby.
Oh, I know.
It's
I've-
good.
I've-
Enjoy it.
Say, you don't look anything a day over 24.
I've known her since we were 13, and we're both 21.
That's
Wow.
crazy shit.
I
Yeah.
met her on Tinder at 19. Let's
Really? You
go.
guys met on Tinder? No way.
I met my girl on Bumble.
On POF.
Hey, let's go.
I met mine on Bumble.
Really?
Yeah, we
I'll
met.
give- okay,
we
I'll
met.
give
She
you the
blew
be-
me
the
off for
best
like
story.
3 months because she worked at a hospital and she would just take whatever shifts they'd give her. And she's like, "Oh, we'll go out tomorrow night." And then that tomorrow night would come and she'd be like, "Oh no, I can't." So she thought I was gonna fucking hate her. She thought I was gonna be like, this typical fucking bitch just wants to string me the fuck along. But then again, I also pulled out like after 2 months of talking, "Hey, I got a kid," and so we're kind of even. But
For
the
2
first,
months?
How do you hide that
well,
for
we were
2
just
months?
talking. Maybe it wasn't 2 months, but it wasn't like the first conversation we had.
I'm
It's like, yo, hey, I'm Ryan. I got a kid.
Yeah, that's
I
not
was
how it
talking to a
fucking
girl
works. You
when I
don't
was
stand a
19,
chance of
she told
getting
me she
laid.
had a kid, and I was scared.
But
So
we
I
met
don't know.
and we hold on, let me finish the story. It's pretty funny. So she doesn't know direction at all. We'll get like 3 miles from the house and I'll be like, "Do you know where the fuck you are now?" And we'll be on Route 9, which is it literally runs like my back door is there, 20 feet is the highway. And
Oh, wow.
I'm like, "Do you know where you are now?" She's like, I don't know." And she was meeting me down by the shore at a restaurant I like, and it was dark, it was late at night, and she's coming around the corner, and it's like pitch black parking lots. And she's like, before she turns the corner, she's like, "I don't know where I am." She thought I was gonna like fucking kidnap her and murder her and shit.
Oh my god.
And it worked out
I
pretty
mean, you got
good.
the beard, then I mean, feel me?
It wasn't as heavy, but yes, I did have it, and I was like 30 pounds heavier. So, like, I'll show
Dude,
you
you
a
were a
picture.
big boy.
I was a fucking big boy, bro. I was jacked and fat.
No, that was 100% fat, bro.
Yeah, I still had all this muscle, but my cheeks were like, "Meh." You saw the Hasidic picture I posted when I had the hat with the
look
curls
Like a
with the
chunky
beard.
fucking monkey, dude.
Yeah, I'll throw it in this chat if I can find it.
Off topic. Finish the story before you forget.
Oh, so no, and then it just worked out well. She's a cool chick. She's able to take my shit and throw it back. Oh, there's the chinchilla. Look, there she is.
That's fire.
Where are we looking at?
See, the
Chinchilla.
way me and her became friends was we were on the lunch line. Both freshmen on the lunch line,
And he stepped on my shoe.
and I stepped on her shoe.
Oh no.
And I was like, yo, my bad. And then at the time, everybody, oh wow, that's fire.
Pull her out.
Good. All right. You can
At
continue
the-
the story.
At the time, everybody was playing numbers. You guys know the game, the hand game numbers? No,
No.
you wanna do it quick? Well, it was like you do that,
Crash
and
course.
it was a hand game.
Patty
So-
cake.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So we were like 13 doing this.
Oh, you talking about that like?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
I can't actually do it.
So let's do it. Come on, do it.
Oh,
do it.
that game?
No. All right, I
That
got you.
game?
So he's like stepped on my shoe.
Oh, I know a
afterwards.
game. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Lily, get it. Get the chinchilla.
Aww.
She's
We were-
scared. I just
we
scared
were-
my dog.
We were playing numbers, and after that we exchanged kicks. If you remember what kick
Oh
is,
my god.
Like the cat.
we exchanged kicks, and then from there the rest is history.
It's kind of hot.
So I was like, oh my god, I've never seen this color in anybody's eyes before.
Oh yeah.
Where are you from?
In my entire family, my father's side and my mother's side, cousins, uncles, distant cousins, sisters, brothers, I'm the only one that has hazel green eyes. And in the sunlight, they get really, really, really bright. Like I'm not even joking. You can see it on like my Instagram pictures and my Facebook pictures. And Like the number one
my eyes are
thing
up here,
she used to
asshole.
always ask me was like, "Oh my god, like your eyes are amazing," and I'm like, "Oh my god, give me your kick."
If I knew about
Let me see your
chinchillas when I was single, man, the ladies love chinchillas.
It sounds hella creepy.
They love puppies too.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a puppy, and he wasn't
I love the
nice.
piano.
That's
I
how
have a
Yeah,
puppy
puppy
too,
in the
but she's a
van
fat
takes all the
bitch.
That's how I got them up into the bedroom. I was like, listen, my dog is a killer. Just go straight upstairs.
Oh, God, I feel
Don't hang out with him. Just walk right
I don't
past
like
him
it.
up the stairs.
Word.
Part of our story. Funnier.
I got a funny. Okay, so
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. Am I the only one getting my drink
it's
on right
coming
now?
out. So you're just gonna hear it. All right, so this woman right here, when we started talking, right? We meet up. First off, I walk in. I didn't know she needed glasses, and so she's squinting at me and smiling. And I'm walking up, and she goes, "Is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's me." And she goes, "I thought your profile said you were 6'2". I said, "Do you want me to leave? Because I'm definitely not 6'2", and my profile doesn't say that." She's like, "No, it's fine." So that's the first time meeting.
She didn't have her
Then,
glasses on when
like,
she
the
was looking at your
second time-
profile too, apparently.
Yeah. The second time we hang out, we go to this party. She invites me to her friend's house party. And I'm like, all right, it's a nice little neighborhood. We walk in, and I'm talking to her, and some guy comes by and he's like, "Where the fuck are my shoes?" And I'm like, "I don't know where your fucking shoes are." Right? That's also a weird question because I'm thinking, why are you a grown ass man? taking
Were
my
you
shoes
in the
off?
army at the time?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah, I've been like, yo, what? Son?
no, and so we go outside. We go outside, and that dude ends up coming out and getting shot.
Oh.
Car pulls up. Yeah. So listen, the car pulls up, and he's like, "Give me my fuck!" And then you just hear pop, pop, pop. Everyone starts
Wow.
running. I pushed her back behind me, and I tried to run and go help. I don't know why, but that's what my brain told me to do. My friend grabbed me. Once the car left, I went up, helped the guy get in the truck, took off. Then she leaves me a voicemail because everybody left. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. I understand if you never want to talk to me again." I call her back, leave her a voicemail. Don't hear from her for like 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Ghosts me.
What?
Wow.
Then,
Why is everybody saying
then
her own
I didn't have
insecurities.
my own car, right? So I borrow cars to take her out and do things like that because I don't want her to come pick me up, right? I tell her, "Hey, let's go out." And she's like, "All right." And I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna let you know if I get my car." 10 minutes later, I was like, "Hey, I got the car. What time do you want me to pick you up?" Next day, she texts me, "I just saw this." Right? So I was
Sounded like me and
whatever.
Amanda.
I was like, "Whatever, I'm out. So we stopped talking for at least, I don't know, 3 weeks to a month. And then she starts calling me every night at like 2 a.m.
Did you pick up?
Huh?
Did you pick up?
No, fuck no.
I wouldn't
No.
either.
No. I had to borrow a friend's car. I had to promise to pay him money and fill his tank.
Oh
I still
wow.
had to do all that, but didn't use his car. So I'm not talking, I'm not picking up. And then finally, after like a week and a half, I was like, damn, she's really trying to talk to me.
Persistent,
So-
yeah.
So
And
I
when
end
he
up.
told me that I was calling like that, like back to back, I was like, damn, like I seem really crazy. Like
You
I'm
seem
still-
desperate,
I'm
to
calling
be
a number
honest.
that's not picking up, but I'm still calling him.
Yep, and leaving me voice.
Like as if we're dating. Like, come on, man, like answer the phone.
Yep. And she'd be like, she'd call me, and like sometimes she'd be like leaving the bar or something with her friends, and she'd be like, "Hi, I'm really intoxicated right now."
Yo.
Like, and then other calls would be like, "Hey, I don't know if you're busy or whatever, but I'm leaving work," and like we weren't talking, but she's acting like
You're
we're talking.
dating.
Honestly, now
She made you her boyfriend without you knowing it.
And now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm starting to realize
crazy.
she's crazy. I mean, I've already known that. I
Hey,
should've
You're
known
too late,
then.
bro. You're in
Shady,
there.
when I was young,
One
I
of the
learned.
You're
things
in
that
there.
I'm
You're
gonna
all the way
say,
in there.
Share some stories, but so once we started talking again, I always went and hung out at her job until she got off, and then either we'd go do something or like that was it. We just hang out, while she was at work, and then I'd go home. But we're sitting in her car one day, and we're talking, and she goes, she says, "Call me a bitch and fuck me in the ass." Right?
That's hot.
And it didn't fit into
That's
what we
hot.
were talking about. So I was like, what?
Let's go,
Wow.
brother.
Saying
She
I was
showed her
like,
shoe
Yo, that's a
colors.
home run, baby.
She goes, "You've never heard anyone say that?" And I'm like, "No, no one fucking says that. No one's ever just like, oh, call me a bitch and fuck me in the ass."
Brother,
because
brother,
you
that's hot.
said something, and it's kind of like, like when you say "oh shit" or "oh fuck," and it's just like, "oh, call me a bitch and fuck me in the ass." Like,
Yeah,
don't
I
think
get what you're saying,
anybody
but to
says
him,
that.
that's not what it meant.
It's like pull my hair and call me a slut, basically.
No, it's like, oh, fuck me. Is
But
what
I
she
mean,
was saying.
Shady.
Yeah,
But
but
Shady,
oh,
if you
fuck
want to
me
call
would
me a
make
bitch and fuck
sense,
me,
but
yes,
call me
you
a bitch
can.
and fuck me in the ass. I'm thinking, do I do like?
Do I
Yo, do
actually
I
fuck
make
her
the
in the
attempt?
ass?
Like, do I reach over? Do I reach over to the pants, or do I just kind of like question what you?
Yeah, and so I just questioned it. I was honestly, I was shook. I was like,
why would you do that?
Shady, you should have just done it. You should have just done it, bro. You should have just
Right
done
there, right there.
it. Hey, Shady, you can call me a bitch and fuck me in the ass if you really want to, though.
You don't have to go that close to the goddamn mic. We could hear you, scrub.
Huh?
So we can hear you where you are.
Dude, I was starting to get a little intoxicated.
Oh,
Okay, leave
okay.
me alone. Leave me
Ashley,
alone.
Ashley, give him a smack.
turn your mic up.
Cats are also assholes, but they're awesome.
No, she's obsessed with me. Like, I put her in my arms, and she'll just like.
So is my dog,
latch
but
on,
he's a
like, look,
fucking
she'll
piece of
latch onto
shit.
my shoulder and just kind of stay
Just
here.
wait till you come home so you can see it.
What's up, Carly? We can hear you.
Is that Carly?
Can't see you.
Carly, put on the camera. We know you're not shy. Get
oh
in
my
here.
god. I fucking can't. Christian was like, just put it on you. I'm like, bitch, you're not even home yet.
Good. No, this is perfect because you could talk shit about him while he's not here.
He's FaceTiming me because I didn't know
Okay.
how to get into all this shit. He was like, you have to go here and you have to go here and you have to go here.
Well, it's nice
So-
to see you with the lights on for once.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
I only
He's
see your
behind the
middle
doors
finger
in the
usually.
corner.
That sounded dirty as fuck.
I like that.
Yeah, don't threaten scrub at a good time.
Where'd Ashley go to bed? Where'd Ashley go?
Oh, she went to take a piss. She's my DD, my designated driver.
That's a nice clip for Twitter.
Well, we found a clip for Twitter.
We'll wait for your man before we start asking you the questions about the.
Oh, you're good. You can if you want. He just walked through the door.
No, because it's good to have him sitting next to you. It's the way you both can explain the stories. No, we've just been asking like the bad, shitty parts of the relationship, being with a gamer, shit like that.
Well, there's a lot, so.
Yeah, right. Go, keep going, enjoy.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
Parts of being in a
Him,
relationship.
like working night shift, it fucking sucks. Like we never see each other anymore. Like I see him for 2 hours out of the day, and then he leaves for work, and then he comes home and he goes to sleep, and then like wakes up for 2 hours, and that's it. So that fucking sucks. I hate that, but that's just like night shift. So the only time I hang out with him is at night, and I'm not a night owl, so I like hate staying up. So it's like really bad for me. So
He was
right
talking
now, I
about
would
how
be
you
in,
fell
like,
asleep with him
bed.
in the room.
Yeah, literally, I will be like, I'll be asleep. Like it's bad. Like I go to bed by like 9:30. So, but I was up watching The Conjuring 2. I was watching that whole series, and now I finished it. So now I'm gonna start a new series. So
Hold on, everybody here has watched Tiger King?
yes,
Absolutely.
I haven't.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're missing out,
Fucking
bro.
kids.
What the fuck? Why? Why haven't you watched it?
Cause I'm playing Fortnite all damn day.
Fuck Fortnite. Watch Tiger King.
Fucking Fortnite kids.
I have to. What the hell? I step away. Yo, Ryan
Dude,
knows best out of anyone.
like 8 hours. It's
yeah, but
it's
Ryan,
so worth
you
the
know better
time.
than anybody. I step away, and then 10 more.
Yeah, well, you step away, and then Rich starts texting you, and everybody else starts bothering you.
I literally stepped away. I didn't want to get on and had to.
hate this.
I got a call from one of my players, and he was like, "I can't do this no more. My duo."
Oh yeah, I forgot you're managing now. Are you managing?
like-
or what is your official
yeah,
role?
I'm managing. I'm the captain.
The big peepee man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I run.
You're gonna have to play less. I'm gonna warn you. You're definitely gonna have to play less to take part of that role.
No, I play just as much as they do. Like I make it so stop playing.
You're gonna have to You're gonna
I mean,
deal.
at
You're
this
gonna
point-
eventually, at some point, you're gonna have to say, okay, I'll stream.
Yeah.
I could still play, but I'm gonna have to play less because that, if you value that role and you don't want to give it up, is all I'm saying.
We made it so that way I can still play and we can all speak because the tournaments happen midday. So after the tournaments, then we speak. It's not like we don't,
Yeah.
they know what to do in the mornings, they know what to do in the afternoons, and then like evening, that's when we have like our meeting, and then and then if we have another tournament, then we meet for half an hour.
I would take him out, but he gets pissed off when I wake him up.
It's a kitty.
Yeah, my kitty.
You just missed my big like 6-foot
Dalton's
kitty.
got the fucking doggo.
I have a
Everyone's
cat that's
got a
probably.
cat.
Oh.
There's
What kind of dog you
Lily.
got, Dalton? Lab?
She's a lab pit mix.
Oh, it's the best mixture ever.
Show your face.
I have both my cats here, like in the same room. Finally.
What?
Stubborn. I just
They don't
want to
leave each other.
cuddle. She just wants to cuddle.
She's super timid, so when I picked her up right now, because she's a pound puppy. And we don't know her backstory, but she's terrified of just about
Yeah.
everything. Flashlights on like cell phones, pillows, trash bags,
Pillows.
balloons, shadows, candles. So we cope with it, but right now she's super tense because this
Did you-
is new to her.
Aw. She looks so
I have-
sweet. We've met her before, though. She was laying on the bed the last time, and he didn't even know.
I have two cats who hate each other, but they live together. They're brother and sister, and they fight all.
She's got
Yeah,
Where's
cats
the
Oh, yeah,
Where's
since
the
you're
thick
showing
baldy
her
at?
weird.
Was he
Since you're showing, I can show you my boy cat.
still
Where
in
is
the?
the thick baldy at?
I don't know. Like I heard him come in, and so I was like, "What are you doing?" Maybe he's going to the bathroom. Are you pooping?
That was
So,
rough.
so this is mystery for the
Wait,
for the
are
cat
you
person.
pooping and then you find out it's not actually him?
Oh my god, that would be like really creepy, especially since I just
Somebody
watched
else
The
is
Conjuring.
taking a shit in your bathroom.
It's the fucking nun. She's like Balak, some shit. Seriously.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite.
Aw,
No, they're both my favorite.
so cute.
Oh look,
But he's a-
there she is again.
He's
She's
a big
watching
baby,
us.
though. Like they cry all the time. They don't. They always want my attention. They fight for it.
Yeah, that's how she is with me, but she doesn't like my husband. She's like, no, I don't want you. I'm like,
Come here, baby.
Okay.
See, that's
Come
why I
here.
don't like cats, because they'll come up to you and be like, "Yo, what's up, pet me?"
You done?
Be like, "Oh, I just remember, I don't
And then
fucking
as soon
like
as
you."
you pet them,
and
they're
then they
like, no,
leave.
I don't want you. Like, why are you touching me?
Yeah, that's why I don't like cats. Dogs, they just want your love.
And then this is my second one. She's the baby,
Oh.
but she's very attached to me. So like I'll pick her up, and she'll kind of just like sit here and just not do anything. And she'll
Yeah.
she'll put herself in my arm to where she just stays like that.
It's so cute.
Lizard.
I know
See
cats
her?
are temperamental. Like she comes
Oh,
in,
that's
she's
Probably.
like, "Meow," and then she's done.
I've never seen a yellow cat.
See the chinchilla?
Gecko.
Oh, chill. She
Yeah,
got
the
big bone like
chinchilla.
that.
I do. She's about
Dude,
to
that's
take a
so
bath.
cool.
They take a bath in this thing. Dust bath.
In cups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take a
She's weird, man. She's smart. She jumps in. I don't know if you can see her. There she is. And she'll grab it and yank it over and then roll around in it on the floor.
Look at her. That's so cool.
What the heck?
That's
It's
how they take
bathing.
Oh,
Does that have
she's in the
something
dust?
in it?
Yeah,
so
it's got a
that it
little like
gets on there?
dust. It's like dry
Oh.
shampoo type thing.
Weird, huh?
She loves it.
Cool.
She knows.
Yo, Ryan is Joe. Ryan is
Oh,
Joe
hi.
right now. He's the
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Where
Joe
were you?
Exotic?
Ryan Exotic.
Dude, if I dude, when we were younger, I had so much money when I was young because I was working construction, didn't have any bills. And if I would have known I could have got a tiger for $2,000, bro, I wouldn't have brought home a
Dude,
lab.
it'd be so easy working construction.
Gambit cost me about $1,000. I would have brought home a tiger instead.
Who's this guy?
Oh, look at you! Welcome back.
Hi.
Aw. All right, here we
Aw.
go. Now we can ask the real questions.
Hey, you
Uh-oh.
didn't throw any tongue in there. You're boring.
I'll watch it. Don't worry. God.
What's up, Callie?
Hi, Cal. Say hi.
Oh, we've met her before too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
damn.
thick. She's thick. She's
That's
really
the,
fat
uh,
right now.
family.
Is she
That's
the thick
first
baldy?
dog I've ever
or-
met that potentially has Down. She's like the sweetest dog, but not
Yeah.
all there. Honk out.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like
think Jake
sometimes she looks at you and one of her eyes is like, and then she's looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk to her and she's like, yeah, but one eye's not there.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Yeah, she's fat. Hi, Cal. Say hi. No.
Thick doggo. We got thick baldy and thick doggo.
Hey Gambit,
Yep.
you want to
Thick
come out and hang
doggo.
out?
Huh.
No?
Are
Alright.
you thick